Okay, we are being recorded to thousands of people worldwide.
Yep, all of them.
All two of them.
2,000.
2000, same thing. Alright, we're playing for this Maywall. We are in a almost severe match. They're going with the Kree. So that's gonna... Well, I think very similar to Reaper when it comes to pressure. They just apply pressure in different ways. But Kree can also be off-angling a little bit. Either Reaper is with you, or he's deep in the enemy backline. There's no in-between when it comes to Reaper.
Right.
Alright, let's see what we do here. So we have to be... We should never see any backtracking against this cop.
Okay.
Because every time we commit, we are committing hard. Because otherwise, the May is going to punish us. So we cannot allow ourselves to do that. We got to know where they are, and we're speed amping into them. That's weird. They didn't want to play that.
Yeah, they're playing me back to
Yeah, you should always go for those the counterpins, even if you're walled off.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So unfortunately, when did this MO come out? Okay, MO wasn't there. Unfortunate, but Zine could use his block in front of you. Would have been nice. Otherwise, I don't think... Well, you did take a lot of poke. So could that have been avoided? So, a little bit. We're going to go into the micro. Very micro.
Yeah, I don't like the way I stepped right there. I'm just going to say, I'm just ahead of that one. That didn't do it at all.
See, we lower our shield and start swinging here. We're just not in range.
Yeah, right.
So, just a little bit more patience. Like, we got to be right up against them, and then we can go ham.
Yeah, I don't know if I was just anticipating them walking into us, or what.
So they probably... It's a little weird. I think that they probably... Oh, I got a cough. Okay. So I keep making weird noises. I don't know necessarily... Or I don't really want to investigate if what they're doing is right or wrong. But...
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I just don't even notice that thing at all.
Okay. I'm not going to pin that one on you. I think. Because they're rinded. See what I did there?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So Defiant, we just one swift motion go into them. Was that their Maywall?
It's ours.
Okay. So it is up. I don't know the communication if we were asking to drop it, because if we did, then like that makes sense of why we're not going over to the other side of it. The decision there definitely should have been run in. Not.
Yeah.
We did not have the.
Okay.
Just there's nowhere we can back up. If we back up, we die. If we try and take that space, it's not comfortable. Like, it's not a great place to be in, but we don't have that many options at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we were planning on Maywalling it, I guess, but that unfortunately didn't happen. So, but this fight definitely was. We're not committing. We're definitely. We really want to commit to these fights.
This will stop.
Like, we keep... Why did we give up space? We're in pretty good shape here. But it looks like we keep backing up. Like, we got the Rhine to half.
I just don't know. Like, I think that's the
You gotta...
the
It's
issue
like
is
just trusting your team to pump you with full of resources and add on to that pressure is, like, you just have to trust your team to be there. Like, we're playing to win. So... That's, I think, is going to be, like, the biggest thing. Because we don't have to be that defensive right now. That was a case where we could be more aggressive. But right when we start being defensive, it doesn't take long before now they can get aggressive. Okay. Wall almost came up.
There were a lot of calls in this match where I was calling to go through windows and then they were getting walled off after, and yeah.
Well,
because
I do think we also got a little bit split, but I do think that the reason we're getting split is because I just don't think the team knows what you're doing. I think you keep on kind of going in and then backing off a little bit and then going back in again. It's very difficult if you're like your Reaper and you're supposed to be side by side with your Rhine to be doing that. You're just going to take so much more damage that way because it's a prolonged fight.
Nerf this. All systems checked out. Now I'll show them. Hi.
I am loving this. Hello.
Get through this. Hi. Time to raid my APM. 洞主不许走。Nerf this.
Oh, goodies. Nice. Now we just run in. Alright, but it was enough. Like, you got aggressive there. Like, you did die for it. But it doesn't really matter because the team's going to get the point.
Right.
And your response is super close. So that was definitely the right decision. I think right when you got the beat, you should have been very aggressive. Because your team really wants that space. They don't want to be bottled up in that choke.
but they have all the extra health.
What's that?
The enemy team had the beat.
Well, then we beat it.
that's
We
cool.
responded with B2.
Oh, I did not notice that. I might have noticed it at the moment.
I think you noticed it at the moment. Because eventually it did come out.
洞主不许走。
Nice, yeah. Just gonna run into a window like that? What are they thinking? You should be aggressive here.
I had no shield and needed to get it back though.
But it doesn't. There was no one left alive that can burst you down that quickly.
I just wasn't keeping the count low enough, I guess. Then. I know I was split from my bat, but
So maybe let's see.
There, but like.
So we know. So just looking at this, the Kree and the Mei super split from their BAP. If you could get through this, not totally sure you can, but if you could, then we definitely should be chasing that BAP. Because, like, why not? Now they have to dislodge us from this Mega if the team regroups and they want to take space again. So we're holding them very close still. And ideally we'd get the BAP. If we can't, then whatever. We don't. Like, you don't have your shield, but it's just the Kree, the Mei, and the BAP. You have your BAP, your Lucio, your Diva, and you there. Mei is going to be grabbing the cart if you guys decide to aggress on this.
Time to raise my APM. Come on. Dread Matrix activated. Ice wall coming up. I'm gonna shoot you down. Get through this. I'm gonna shoot you down.
All right. We didn't have... I think we...
I'm gonna shoot you down.
Nothing's gonna stop.
Get through this. Routing towards forward barrier. I'm gonna shoot you down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not super worried about that. So we missed the shatter when we're right in front of a window when our shatter's about to break.
Yeah, I also we were having trouble tracking their Ryan's ult charge. He was getting a lot of charge, and just looking over the course of this, I'm seeing a lot of 6-man fire strikes. So it's understandable how he was charging it faster than we thought he could. So.
Merci.
Hi.
At this point, you take the high ground. Do we?
No.
Ah, high ground's super strong.
Yeah,
'Cause
missed
then
opportunity.
You just fight on point. Like, you gotta over there. Take advantage of it.
Show you.
You have to
Yeah.
fight through 2 chokes if you go this way.
Dread Matrix activated.
Alright. Out. Very nice. That's definitely not necessary. That's too bad. Okay, we got it though.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Get through this.
I think we were waiting on him here when I ended up getting it eaten.
Time to raise my APM. No APM turn over this. Suiting up.
What did you just... We decided...
People were being called in.
Raise my APM.
Did we let our shield down? He must have. It looks like we got it up before the Mei froze us. I think just if you're bombing like that, like in a situation like this where we're throwing bomb, you should go for the pin on the Rhine every time. Because, like, what's he going to do? Counter pin and die to the bomb?
Sure.
Not if you have the opportunity to pin, and I think you might have here.
If we trade here, though, like,
You're not trading.
well, it puts me way out of range of my team into their team. Granted, their DPS are in horseshoe, so it's not as bad.
Right. That's part of the reason. I think so.
Oh, it wipes them. Anyway. Well, I guess I don't know it's gonna wipe them.
Right, exactly. So, like, if they had like predicted it better and just gone this way.
Yeah. I don't think I get that pin off though. Not that it's kind of neither here nor there, because I didn't even think to go for it. But that creep probably stops me pinning.
Maybe. Depends on where he's looking.
He's looking directly at me. He's about to flashbang me.
Oh, well, I'm thinking you just jump pin over here. Get the pin right there.
Well, yeah. But he'll pin me before I get to Rhine. Or sorry, he'll flashbang me before I get to Rhine.
I think he was too busy looking in. Or I'm not saying you were right. So the bomb goes off.
It
doesn't. We'll make this quick.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think it's you
can think about it. Something to think about in the future.
I do tend to go more aggressive. I guess it's just the fact that I got walls in the front there. Horseshoe, like, I didn't think about that angle onto their Reinhardt because I couldn't see him until I actually moved in. And then by that time, I was hearing target calls on the DPS, and it just didn't. So I guess but there was an opportunity there.
Okay. We just didn't respect the flash when we went for them there. That was all it was.
I notice I'm not as close to my teammates as I probably should be. A lot of these walk-ins. I don't know if I'm not just giving them time to catch up to me before I go around the corner or what.
What'd I do? Shoot. Oh. Nope. Wait, yes? Wait, no. Okay, that's fine. I think.
Yes.
No, it's not this.
No, it's not that one.
Hey. Hello.
Wait, is it this?
It's this one.
Oh, okay, so let me go back. I wasn't sure. Alright. First, check your corners with your third person shield. Quick thing, right before you're about to turn the choke, just so you can get a sight line onto where you're going to be headed. So we know that. Well, now we know. Either way, we know. We are... Like, at this point, we're all grouped up. But... It's because we keep on doing the same thing. Let me bring it... Alright, I'm switching... We're switching to window mode because I want to bring out Epic Pen. Chained windows. Screens. Screen 1. Epic Pen. Where's Epic Pen? It says it's open. Come on! What are you doing, Epic Pen? That's not very epic. Okay, there it is. We got it! Okay. Dang it, King's Row. Alright. Wanted to get a bird's eye view.
Should be option to disable ceilings.
Oh, is there?
No, I said there should be.
Oh, yeah. That'd be helpful.
Mhm.
Okay, so what do we want our pathing to look like? Come up here.
Mhm.
Quick stop here. Scout out what's happening. Right.
Okay.
And then maybe we wall them off, rush in. Sound good? That's at least where they are right now. We'll see, right? We stop there and we adjust accordingly. But at least, once we figure out what we're doing, the line will probably look something like this.
Mhm.
There might be stops along the way, but it should look like that. So let's see what yours looks like.
Hey. Hello.
Hiya.
60 seconds remaining.
If you are
Mhm.
someone that's trying to follow your line, this pink line is probably a bit more difficult
Okay.
than the blue line. Really? Okay, I'm not actually, even in this parts, technically, you could just, like, I was saying, like, stops. Sure, these
Mhm.
squiggles, we'll say they're just stops.
Okay.
Except, like, right here, I'll use a different color. Right here, sort of a little bit right here. Not, but mostly this is what I'm talking about, right? These loops of where we walk forward and then we walk back and walk forward. Oh, I guess we don't actually walk back. So it's really just here is what I'm concerned about. And what we want to eliminate is these loop-de-loops we do. If we don't do that, then our team is more confident in where we're going, where we're pathing, and will likely stay closer behind us because they're not afraid. I think part of the reason some people default, and Zine, just like, comp mentality, I'm just kidding, but but is your people are afraid to stand directly behind the Rhine, because if that Rhine takes a step back, then suddenly, like, you're now the front line, which is not good. But that's exactly where your Reaper and your May want to be. So if we can eliminate these loop-de-loops that we do, then we'll just start to build confidence. DPS will be more confident in our pathing and will stay closer to us. And now we're applying more pressure. We won't feel the need to even back up as much.
Right. So this is just a scenario where I need to be more comfortable having stupid deaths.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, I can handle that. I played Zerg for many years. I can handle just do the thing until you die, and then look back at it and say, "Why did I die there?" Okay, well, too much W. All right,
Yep.
no S, just less W.
Or just you have time at these corners to
Right.
plan out
just chill and make
exactly
sure that
what you
we're-
want to do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then it's just about following through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying too much to go around the corner and not actually.
Yep.
checking
And that's
to
like
make
if
sure I
you
have-
really need to change direction, like change of plans, like oh there's
'Cause
a
I'm pretty sure what
flanker.
happened was I came around that corner at speed, and then went, wait a minute, I don't see shots flying past me. My team aren't here, and that's probably why I asked.
Yeah,
but-
maybe.
But yeah, I can understand that being like a domino, like sort of knock-on effect of why they might not be there. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's why. Okay, I asked to try to get a fire strike through the window, but I don't have to do that. I should have just kept going and said just fire strike, be damned.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. I'm not super worried. Like, especially if like that's the reason. Then
Is the reasoning 100%?
I'm not worried about that as much.
I should just be pressed forward about it. You're right. Like,
Oh, on fire this round.
yeah, he was absolutely nuts. This whole scrim, really.
That was quite the. Did we lift it up? That's what it looks like.
Nerf this.
Oh, so close.
Oh no!
So close.
Yeah, just a few pixels too far.
Nerf this.
Massive though. Oh, let's go. We get it? Wow.
We do. Yeah.
Okay. And I think I gotta hurry it up
Score.
on my end. Just 'cause that's
Ready for battle.
my parents want to go and eat. And
Okay.
probably want to eat with me because this is the last time I'll be home for a few months because I'm going to college.
Oh, well, good luck. I mean, we'll still be seeing you, so it's
Yeah.
not as traumatic for us, but
All right, we're on defense and we're playing the Doom.
Ready for
yes.
I think
we're
if you're playing the
Doom.
Doom, you should play Orisa instead of
Mm.
Diva. Just because Orisa is really good at setting up the Doom.
Wait,
and-
play Orisa instead of so play Orisa Rhine?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And then you use the Orisa shield to block off heals.
Okay.
But
Well,
it's fine. Like you can
That's what we're
definitely
doing.
still do this too.
mhm.
Ready for battle.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I'm in for. I'm like,
What's
okay,
up?
we have Reaper Doom. Like I'm looking for a Maywall from us. Like
Defend objective.
Yeah.
I don't actually
we don't
think
get
you
one.
should position here as a team if you don't have the May. Because if they do, like we see, it's pretty rough.
So
But if you're playing for Doomfist, like I think you need to play for Doomfist kill. If we get it or we don't get it, well, okay, if we get it, then we can push in if we want to. If we don't get it, then we just back up through hotel. Was that the plan?
yeah, our basic plan is we were gonna play around the choke. I was never ever gonna basically cross that corner, or pretty much any corner, and basically our plan for dealing with the Maywall is Reaper DPS, Bat going over and lamping, Diva going over and DMing, and just kind of hoping that the Doom kills kind of come through, or at least the disruption kind of makes that difficult. So it wasn't something we felt super solid about, but we wanted to give it a shot. Is pretty much what it came down to.
Okay. I think that's a pretty risky plan.
Yeah.
Like you're planning to be at a disadvantage,
Essentially, yeah.
but okay.
Don't get me fucking started.
Oh god. Hi, Raph.
Do you are you for or against this? Okay. Well, it
Pretty
doesn't.
solidly against. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We
that's
go,
what
we
it
go.
seems
You have
like.
dinner-
Okay.
You have dinner to get to. We go.
It was we. That's what scrims are for. Trying new things.
Yeah, but scrims aren't for throwing. Sorry, I'll stop being an ass.
That's fine. Oh, good block.
APM. I'm gonna have to shoot you down. APM 좀 올려볼까?
Ah, we didn't have to die there.
Okay.
I think we just got a little bit greedy. Yeah, we just weren't.
I wasn't ready
We
for
kept
the Immortal to go
swinging
down.
after the Imor was gone.
Yeah.
So just knowing that timing, I guess. Like the Imor was safe. I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad to like be swinging while the Imor is the thing. Just gotta know that. That's it. So okay, this is what's you should been when your Doom goes in, you need to be in. You want those things happening at the same time. But what we just saw was Nox going in, and we weren't following up.
Hi.
So Diva touches. It's like we're holding our shield this entire time. Their Rhine isn't getting any support here. This is like the perfect time to be swinging at him.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you're just afraid of Shatter, but like, as long as like
Even still.
like you can swing on a Rhine that has Shatter. You just
Yeah.
have to like maybe be a little bit slower, like be more patient. A swing in, put up the shield, wait a bit, swing again. Like obviously, like you know these things. Like you've played main tank.
Mhm. Yeah.
We did that. Were you there when we did the main tank kind of what Rhine 1v1s? That was a
No.
custom game. That was fun.
Meteor strike.
Maybe, well,
This.
no. I think I've played it, but not the same time.
여기 안 나.
What are we shielding?
Now show them.
Oh, we're just trying to stop the baby from getting her mech? Or slow it down?
One part, like I wasn't able to really swing at her because I couldn't move any further in, and they didn't want to just get shot for no reason. Wasn't deliberately trying to prevent her from getting back, but she wasn't running into my hammer.
APM. 冰墙升起来吧。Get through this.
You should aggress. Yeah, go in.
I think we're afraid of the wall at this point.
The wall was down. She doesn't have it yet.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I think that was the reason, but... Oh, does she have it? Oh no, this is where wall goes up when we break it. And then... It collapses. We get the pick. It was on a 5-second cooldown.
Mm.
So definitely, that, like, just take advantage of these things. Because if you don't,
Yeah.
then, like we said at the beginning, your comp is playing at that disadvantage.
Yeah.
Trying to survive a disadvantage is the plan.
And there's
We-
nobody in this comp that can't get over the wall either.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't matter if I get walled. Oh my gosh, how does she live?
Meteor strike.
Yeah, we just didn't press our advantage.
Nerf this. Time to raise my APM.
60 seconds remaining.
Thanks.
Objective lost.
We have to back up. We can't play here.
Stop the payload.
We do.
Okay, and we know that.
Hey. Hey.
APM 좀 올려볼까?
Alright, and we're running in. That's... Yeah, we're... Our great, like, it's great. Well, I'm sure we'll win this fight, but I hope so.
APM 좀 올려볼까?
Okay, that's our cue. Window, doom in. Now is the time. Now, gotta be aware of shatter. Like, the Orion really wants to shatter right now. But we can still be aggressive. Okay.
Boosters engaged. Time to raise my APM. Very
Nice. Nice.
Meteor strike.
Just go around the wall.
Well, yeah.
Okay. But it's fine.
It's a case of like everybody do one or the other. And
time to raise my APM.
going around it was fine. It's just
Not a big deal.
I realized we were all going around.
Nerf this. Nerf this.
This our aggression. So if we have bomb comes out, we have beat. Bomb's just not a concern. We have the beat.
Especially considering it's being thrown way behind us, and we could just beat Am through their choke.
Maywall is still a concern, but I think that you guys should be getting ready to be very aggressive. And they use their beat. Oh, we don't use our beat yet. Yeah, beat should have been a second millisecond sooner. Yeah, that's too bad. But I don't think it was our fault. Yeah, but
Hold up.
Yeah. Unfortunate. We just weren't looking for
30
it.
seconds remaining.
It's pretty easy to forget about their shatter when you see an opportunity
Yeah.
and just forget that. Oh wait, hey. They have shatter too.
I don't know if that was one of the many times I thought he couldn't possibly have it, but
I mean, yeah, he's 50 to it already.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did we just think we were gonna get frozen and one for the pin?
Essentially, I hear the mail, like the voice line, and I decided to pin forward to get to basically trade, assuming that if I pinned backwards and
Right.
get frozen, then it's worthless. But
60
Colo ate it,
seconds
so it
remaining.
Yep.
ended up looking silly.
You gotta be like, Holo, why didn't you yell, I ate it! In the really loud. Come on.
It was like this. Yeah, it was a split-second reaction, and it's. I mean, excellent on Colo.
Colo making me look bad. Come on.
Hey, I gotta kill him. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you guys won the fight. Oh, jeez.
30 seconds remaining.
What happened there? Did we just get flash shattered? Or window? Yeah, we just window. It's like, oh, I don't want my shield to get burnt down. Drops it. Ryan shatters. And we don't have our own beat yet.
Yeah.
What could we have done differently, if anything?
I mean, yeah. Aside from just trying to play, well, I don't know.
So-
I guess we could have tried to play more aggressively around that corner. Like we could have tried to set up a push onto them around the corner as they were about to come around, instead of allowing them to enact their ult plan. Try to enact one of ours, but I don't know. This corner is difficult.
I think
it's a good
so.
corner, but there's no retreat.
Right, that is the problem, exactly. And they have the May. So that's why that's why I think this is a little sketchy. I agree with you. I think you probably should have been aggressive and send in that bomb and like bomb High Noon or bomb Death Blossom and push in on that. Cuz then you'll
Yeah.
probably force beat and maybe you'll
Around the
force
corner
Shatter
where
or
we
High
can
Noon.
then back up, right? Because if we get them to drop this ant matrix around, like not pointed at this corner, we're in a much better position.
Right. Like the only reason this is like that big of a problem, like you get those things out early and you wouldn't be in this position, then I mean, it's just unfortunate that everyone got shattered. If you hadn't been and just all the other ults got through, then we still have immortality field. So being aggressive here, I think, was probably the play.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
30 seconds remaining.
I mean, on the bright side, they used 4 ults. Like they did use like a lot of ults to get that.
Yeah.
The problem is Cart was pretty close.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Nerf this.
Yeah, you had time. You didn't need to rush it. Although I know I'm sure it felt like you didn't.
It really did. Like there were. How many meters are there left at this point?
I think there were like 6 meters at the time. I think.
It looks like it's like 0.1 meters.
Oh, good pin. Zion swaps to Pharah. Nice. Spicy.
He played a fair amount of fire during the scrim, actually.
Interesting. Okay.
He flamed us for it, but we
I
did play it.
I think the biggest thing is just to be like, decide what your pathing is gonna be and stick to your guns.
Okay.
That's gonna be the biggest thing. I think also making sure, I have a really bad habit of when I'm looking for shatters. I think this only happened once, but I could see it happening in the future.
Yeah.
Like, I have a really bad habit of, I have shatter, I'm gonna try and off angle a little bit and get a big shatter.
Right.
The problem is, if they also have shatter, you off angling means that now their Rhine has a free shatter. Like,
Right.
and chances are, if they're not the one off angling, then they have a better chance of the rest of their team actually following up on it. At least better.
Mm-hmm.
So, just make sure you're just locked in place with their Rhine, matching their every movement. And when you are on... I don't know which Rhine on attack or defense gets to decide. It might depend. I have to think about that. But yeah, I think that is probably the biggest thing. There are like a few instances of like different points in time that you were maybe a little bit aggressive or not aggressive enough.
Okay.
But I don't think there was a particular pattern in each of those of why that was the case. I just think that it just, our general, sometimes trying to calculate how much pressure we were taking, it was a little bit off this match.
Okay.
So that's just practice. Really, when it comes to working on something, it is just being consistent with the pathing, making sure you've communicated it precisely and going through with it, trusting your team. But yeah, that's it.
All right.
Alrighty.